Welcome to the Biz Builders podcast, where we believe building the business of your dreams can change your life. I'm your host, Sandy Patterson, former teacher turned certified life and business coach. After 14 years of teaching, I took a huge leap, left my job, and built 2 successful businesses with no business or sales background. Now I'm living the life of my dreams, and I'm ready to help you do the same. You're in the right spot here if you're ready to dig into not only the strategy of business building, but also the belief in yourself that building a business is possible. You're made for this, and you've got exactly what it takes to create the financial, time, and location freedom you're craving. Over here, we value progress over perfection. We embrace being uncomfortable, and we believe that anything, literally anything you want, is possible for you with the right strategy, mindset, and support. You'll also hear inspiring stories here and, of course, failures of women who are doing the same thing. The whole idea is if she can do it, so can I. Thanks for being here. Let's dive in. Welcome to the Biz Builders podcast. This is an audio from the Biz Builders Insiders series where I'm sharing some of the conversations and questions that are coming up in the Biz Builders Mastermind space. As you'll hear, these short audios are from Instagram Live, and my intention for this series is for you to see what questions people are asking, how I think, how my clients think, how we move, and the things that we're doing to grow businesses that support our dream lives. Because I know for me, I never come into someone's space just for the strategy or for them to tell me what to do. I really want to know more about how they're thinking, how they're leading themselves, the things that are important to them, and the things that they're struggling with and doing, and the way they move and lead themselves and their people. This is your chance to see how we move in the Biz Builders Mastermind space, and also to get some great insights, strategy, and free coaching. Enjoy. Guys, it is Thursday. You guys, I went through all day yesterday, thinking that it was Tuesday. And now today's Thursday. So this week is going by really fast for me. I'm kind of all over the place today. It's been just such a crazy, busy week, but all such great stuff. So welcome back to another little audio, little tidbit of the Biz Builders Insiders. I am just sharing things that are coming up in the Biz Builders Mastermind, the type of questions that are being asked, the way we're thinking, the way we're handling things, the way we're moving through things in our business as we build businesses to support our dream lives, okay? So welcome. Like I said, I'm a little bit all over the place today, so you're going to have to bear with me. I'm coming at you live today from Vanny, my minivan. I know most people dream of having a really cool car, like a sports car, or I don't even know what other people dream about, but this is my dream car. I love being able to fit all the things and all the kids and all the dogs and all the stuff. So anyways, one thing that has been coming up, and it's come up consistently with across the board, both in the Biz Builders Mastermind space and with other clients. And I think that this is really going to resonate with you, and it's going to give you something to think about today as far as how you are showing up in your business. Because I'm betting that you're probably working at maybe 50%, okay? And here's what I mean by that. This question is a game changer, and you can tweak this question for any area of your life. And this is, again, something that comes up quite a bit in the Biz Builders Mastermind space. And that question is, how would you be showing up if you already had what you desire? And this actually came up this morning on our group call, on our call together, and the initial thought that this client had was she's seeing other people seeing other people in their businesses, seeing other people have success. And it's not that she's jealous or anything like that. She's looking at them and she's going, that is so cool. That is so cool for her, but that's not for me. And it's not necessarily she's even having that, the time to even think about that thought. It's just an initial, not gut feeling. It's just an initial, feeling, this feeling in your body of, pulling maybe Instagram up or pulling something up and seeing, oh, she, we see all the time, people are posting, all their payment notifications or all their client wins or all of these things that they have going on. And we go, oh gosh, especially in the beginning when we maybe don't necessarily have the evidence that we will get there someday. we have that feeling of like, oh, that's so cool. I wish I could have that, but that's just not for me. I'm not the person that has that success. I'm not the person that has that bank account. I'm not the person that has that many clients. I'm not the person that has all of those wins. I'm just me, and that's just not for me. So my question this morning was like, okay, like, great. Like you can definitely sit in that. You can be in that thing of like, well, that's great, but it's not for me. And she wasn't like whining or anything at all. It's just like we were just able to uncover that initial like thought. And I love this saying, the first thought isn't necessarily yours. It's the second thought that actually matters. So when I asked her, I said, okay, tell me here, how would you be showing up if you already had everything it is that you think that these other people have that is not for you? How would you be showing up? Would you be showing up differently? And this was like a really, really powerful conversation, because she was essentially like, she listed off this whole like list of things like, oh yeah, well, I wouldn't be overthinking. I would be feeling like I could lead more versus like giving my audience more control. I would feel more confident in myself. I wouldn't have time to like stop and think or stop and wonder about like, oh, should I, do this, or should I say this, or how should I say this? Like she would just be moving. And I'm like, okay, perfect. Like this is how we need to start moving, even when the external circumstances don't match the desires. Okay. So this is what I mean by being at 50% or showing up as 50%. How are you showing up right now compared to how you would be showing up if you already had all of these things that you are putting on a pedestal and you think are going to make you feel confident, you think are going to make you feel like just on top of the world? How different is it? Like, what's the gap? Where's the gap? And then how can you tap into that version of you? Because it's not just about recognizing it and being like, okay, cool. Like if I had everything that I wanted, I would be, I wouldn't be overthinking. I wouldn't be questioning myself. I would just be moving. I would be busting out content. I would be reaching out to people. I would be following up. I would just like be moving. I would be going, like go time, right? If you like, what's the gap? Like you can tap into that anytime. You get to tap into that anytime, but it does take intentionality, and it takes you making the decision to be like, okay, before I sit down to work my business, before I really sit down to do anything today, like I'm going to tap into that version of myself who already has what she wants. You could take this in any area of your life. It could be business. It could be relationships. It could be, it literally could be anything, your relationship with yourself, whatever it is. How would you show up if you already had what you think you want right now? And when I say I think you want, it's again, because you're going to find that when you get that thing, all of these feelings that you have are still going to be there. Like you're not going to all of a sudden one day wake up and feel confident. No, you have to stack. You have to do the things and stack the things. And one day then you're back to like, you feel confident, you feel good. You're operating from that version of yourself, that next level version, and you don't have to think about it anymore. You just move and you do it. And why is this such a game changer? Well, it's a game changer because number one, had she not brought this like to the table, like I don't know if she would have noticed it, because these thoughts that we have, these like quick, like little, I'm going to call them like thought feelings, because you don't actually think them. It's just like a feeling that you have in your, well, it might be in a different part of your body, but it's just a feeling that you have. And when you stop enough to think about it or notice that, like, ooh, that feeling of like, ooh, I see this, and there's something happens internally, what's the thought that goes with it, right? And the thought then, again, like, produces a feeling, whether it's good or bad. Because honestly, like if I'm looking at somebody's Instagram and I'm seeing them post like all of these, payment notifications or all these client wins, like that's not good or bad. It's neutral. I assign it a meaning. So I can say, oh, that's so cool, but it's not for me. And that's my feeling, right? Or I could say, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. It's proof that I can have that too. Because if she has it, then I can have it. There's my proof. So I kind of forgot what I was going to say with that, but that's just what happens. It's all good. So challenging you today in this little Biz Builders Insiders episode audio to think about how you're showing up now and to start to bridge the gap between how you're showing up now and how you would show up if you had everything that you wanted. And there's nothing out there, like there's no rule that's saying you cannot show up from that version of you. And I love this conversation so much because even after our call today, she messaged me and she was like, F it. I want to show up like this every day, all day, every day. I want to show up from this version of myself, this best version of myself. And the magic really comes when you can show up in that version, even when the outside isn't matching, because then it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. It's like a mind magic trick, right? It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter if anybody likes your posts. It doesn't matter if nobody is signing up with you. None of it matters because you're so anchored to who you are and what is important to you. And it's like, I'm going, I'm just going, and it doesn't matter, you can come with me or not, but I know how powerful I am. And we anchor to that because I guarantee you, if I were to ask you right now, I will ask you right now, if you were to show up in that version of yourself that already has what you want, you would be showing up from a much more powerful place, a place of self-trust, a place of let's just fuck around and find out, let's go, let's just move, let's do this. So your challenge today is to begin to bridge that gap and intentionally think, this is a great journal prompt too, think about, list it out, what would you be doing differently and how can you not wake up tomorrow and be a totally different person or be this next level version of yourself, but how do you wake up tomorrow and just be 1% better, 1% more that powerful version of yourself versus how you're showing up now. And I love you guys so much. Thanks for bearing with me. Would love to hear your thoughts. Would love to hear what resonates with you. Would love to hear all the things. So you can always shoot me a message. And again, this is from the Biz Builders Insiders little audio clips here where I am giving a peek into the questions that are being asked, the things that we talk about, the support that my clients receive, and why it's really a game changer, because these things are the things that are sometimes invisible, but they're the things that are really going to essentially catapult you forward in your business and move you into that next level version faster, because I'm able to reflect these things to you. I'm able to point things out in you that you don't probably see because they're your blind spots. And I'm also able to pick out how damn powerful you actually are and remind you of that. Not that you need me to remind you, because you already know that powerful version of you already knows. You already know, so you're going to move through that today. Okay, I will see you guys here next time. Tomorrow, I think I have one scheduled for tomorrow. So I hope you're enjoying these. Let me know if you are, and I will see you guys then. Okay, bye-bye. Hey, you guys, thanks for listening to the Biz Builders Insider Clips. I hope you are loving them as much as I am loving creating them. And if you're a coach who's ready to take your online coaching business full-time with foundational strategic pieces, plus the mindset and confidence needed to sustain that business of your dreams, and you're ready to show up and be the go-to coach and own your niche and why you're so damn good at what you do, and if you want to, without question, know what to do every day to sell your offer, get clients, fill your calendar, and focus on your moneymaker activities, the Biz Builders Mastermind family is the perfect home for you. You can find the link to apply in the show notes here, or you can shoot me a message on Instagram with the letters BBMM and we can chat.